الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى أهله وصحبه وسلم. This is going to be a short class because I don't have that much time. But so we reached to the point where we say the author, may Allah have mercy on him, said, or ascribing to Allah what does not befit him by consensus, such as being a body. MashaAllah. So the explanation. Wait, what's going on? Oh, hold on. Ya Allah. This video on another channel started. That's crazy. I'm not even. Why would it start in the middle of the class? Like I've been had the computer on, it didn't start. No, that was weird. Okay, here I go. Okay, so what was it saying? So it says the explanation. Whoever attributes to Allah a body, or believes that he is a body, or says that becomes a kafir. A body is everything that has length, width, and depth, whether it was big as the arsh, i.e., the throne, or small as the mustard seed, or what is smaller than that as the haba, which is visible when light passes through an opening, or what is smaller than that. Okay, so here they have haba, but I'm more familiar with darura. You know, the dust, like if you have like light coming in through the window, you would see like little flakes of dust sometimes. You've seen this before? Yeah, that's what it's talking about there. Okay. But even smaller than that. And the arsh is the largest of the creations. Uh, so it says, so whoever believed that Allah is a body or said with his tongue that he is a body has apostatized, i.e., they left Islam. It is an obligation to clear Allah from that because had he been a small body as the Habba, he would have a similar, and had he been a large body as the Arsh, he would have resembled it. It would not have been attributed with Godhood. Yani the greatness of Allah is that He is absolutely unlike the creations in any way whatsoever. MashaAllah. It says the same applies had He been similar to something between these two. No regard is given to some authors who said that the one who believes that Allah is a body is not deemed as a kafir. This is because being a body negates godhood. So this means it's possible that you may find some people saying that erroneous statement. Okay. Uh, but we don't give no weight to their say. Their saying has no weight in the religion in that regards. There is an exception which I'm going to break down in a minute. Okay. It, it says this is because being a body negates godhood. Because being a body means that you're something created. You have a size, a width, a length. This means you are specified. That which is body is specified, and that which is specified is created. Uh, had Allah been an impalpable body, such as light, darkness, or wind, or had he been a palpable body, such as the human, the star, the sun, and the moon, he would not have been the creator of these bodies, because the mind does not accept for a body to create another body. And had it been valid for the body to create another body, it would have been valid for the Son to be the Lord. However, the mind does not accept that, and Allah ordered his slaves, that's us, to use his mind, to use the mind. It is mentioned in the Quran. أَوَلَمْ يَنْظُرُوا في ملكوت السماوات والأرض وما خلق الله من شيء. Allah praised Prophet Ibrahim for using as a proof for the invalidity of worshiping the stars, the moon, and the sun the fact that the three are bodies that change from one state to another. Change is a characteristic of bodies. Hence, this signifies that Allah is not a body, and He is not attributed with bodily attributes, such as changing from one state to another, like the shifting of the sun from the east to the west. Okay, so we're going to mention an exception. So, uh, some people they would use the term jism, okay, that's body in Arabic, right? Uh, for Allah, but what they mean by this is mawjud, which is existence. So this is improper, and they are to be corrected. But if you found a person like this, so they think that uh having like being called a body means to actually exist, you correct them. Okay, you understand? Okay, but if they mean, yani, they mean that uh they don't mean existence, they mean a body, i.e., something with height, weight, length that occupies the space, then this is kufr, with no doubt. The judgment is on them, and you try to get them to the correct judgment, which is to embrace Islam, to repent from that, and to embrace Islam. The author, may Allah have mercy on him, said, or legitimating what is unlawful by consensus and commonly known among the Muslims to be unlawful, while it is known by the legitimizer to be unlawful, such as adultery and fornication, sodomy, killing, stealing, and forcefully taking money of others unjustly. Okay, the explanation. The one who legitimizes what is unlawful by consensus and commonly known among the Muslims to be unlawful, i.e., its unlawful character is famous among the scholars as well as the commonality, meaning without the need of having to think or ponder upon the judgment, while it is known for to him to be unlawful under religious law blasphemies. Among these matters is adultery and fornication, sodomy, killing unjustly, stealing, and forcefully taking money of others unjustly. However, if the person was ignorant of the judgment due, for example, for being a new Muslim who did not know that Muslims prohibit adultery and fornication, and so he said after becoming a Muslim that adultery and fornication are not sinful, we do not deem him as a kafir, rather we teach him. So in general, if something, which is when we say the commonality, we're talking about yani like the regular Muslim who's not like learned, but he knows his religion, but he's not learned, you know, or the scholar. Okay, so the scholar is the person with expertise in the religion, and then you have the people that is somewhere in between. Inshallah, us, the talibidin, the students of knowledge. Okay, so regardless, all of these people they know that this matter is unlawful in the religion, and somebody makes it lawful, uh, they can make kufr by that. Be careful with your statements because of this too, because sometimes people they do this like in a joking matter. It was mentioned that one time a person he was joking and uh like he said something uh uh like about like a blind person saying like that when you see a blind person you got to do such and such, and it's a haram matter. But he's joking, he's not being serious, but the people are laughing, listening to him, and none of them corrected him. And essentially, him and all those people they blaspheme just like that. We don't even joke like that. Okay. Uh, Another case is especially these days because the way how would I put it? The way people interact with each other, there's a lot of there's a lot of distrust amongst people about it, right? So due to this, you have people speak negatively about marriage, right? So they would say, like, marriage is not good for a man. It's better for him to, you know, deal with women as he deal without marriage, whatever, something like this. So as if they're making the lawful unlawful and unlawful lawful. You can't say this. Okay, so there's it's because like a lot of women use men for money or something like this, you know. So they would say this, and then you got women do the same thing. Mashallah, I will switch it around, you know. So either case, no, marriage is the lawful way, and this is what we praise, and we dispraise fornication and adultery. And that goes into what the next part starts with, which is the author, may Allah have mercy on him, said, likewise to deem unlawful what is commonly known among the Muslims to be lawful, such as selling in marriage. The explanation. The one who deems unlawful, i.e., deems its committer deserving of punishment in the hereafter, what is commonly known among the Muslims to be lawful, i.e., knowledge of its lawfulness is unequivocally known among the Muslims, the scholars as well as the commonality to be a part of the religion becomes a kafir. This is the case if the prohibitor of the lawful act knows that it is lawful, such as selling in marriage. The Arabic term tahrim here does not mean for one to personally abstain from engaging in that matter while believing its permissibility, such as for a person to say haram for me to eat meat. For in this case, one does not blaspheme. And I would say don't say that. But uh, but if a person said like that, they're not falling into blasphemy because they have their understanding is that they're abstaining from it. But if a person said it was unlawful, they really meant it was unlawful for them to eat meat. An example like this is there's extreme vegetarians, mashallah. the the extreme vegetarians, they attack people particularly on the Eid day when we have the Eid al Adha. Uh, they may do all these warnings on videos and stuff like this about you're being cruel to the animals and stuff like this. Allah made it lawful for us to kill animals to eat. Khalas. There's nothing cruel about it. Now there is some pain involved for the animal, uh, and if you kill the animal in the lawful way, i.e., the halal way, you cause the least amount of pain. Okay, so this is what we encourage the people to do. That's why you learn the matters of the religion. So you learn how to slaughter. You only eat halal. Okay. But if a person is acquiring meat in the halal way, or he does the slaughter, let's say, yani, he is a person that's rich. So he's doing the Eid and he slaughters like hundreds of camels and uh, different animals. Like, you know, like he has like 20 camels, 20 uh, cows, whatever amount of goats and lambs. He slaughters this all, and he, you know, distributes the food. Whereas he takes a portion and he shares it amongst the people in charity. This would be a praise matter. But these people, they'll be like, "Oh, he slaughtered all those animals," and make it like no. They're following their emotions and not following the religion. So whatever the religion deems as haram, we deem as haram. And whatever the religion deems as halal, we deem as halal. Okay, that's the basic context of what we covered today. Uh, and to deem it otherwise falls into kufr, because then you are objecting to the judgment of Allah as well. And you're making it as if you are the person that legitimates or delegitimates something. May Allah protect us from that. Any questions?
No.
Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a short class because I gotta get ready to go to work. So we'll stop here. Yahalli, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ahlihi wa sahbihi